and welcome to my channel. My name is Autumn Embers and today I am making a traditional Tudor English house. So when normally I have an idea in mind of what type of build I want to build, I typically go onto Pinterest, see what's going on, we'll see what houses are there. But when I typed in Tudor houses, they came up with the American Tudor houses, the revival, or also known as the mock Tudor houses. I was like, no, I don't want them. I want traditional Tudor English houses that I see when I'm not in London. And so I was like, what do I do now? Where do I go? Where do I go with my source of inspiration? So I know, let's go onto Instagram. Instagrams are great for pictures. They also came up with the mock Tudor style that no. So I was like, what do I do now? So I had to go into Google, which was fine. It's what I would normally done if I didn't know about Pinterest. But talk a little bit more about the American style houses, the mock Tudor style houses. They were very popular in the 1920s, but kind of died in the Second World War. When the Second World War came along, it kind of died. And actually, an interesting fact was America was discovered in 1492, but the Tudor period started in 1485 and lasted till 1603. But let's discuss who was the kings and queens at the time. So we have Henry VII. Now he took over Richard III. He was the guy that we found underneath the car park and was going, no, that can't be him. He was a king. Why would he be found underneath a car park? Because way back then it wasn't a car park. But yes, it was him. Then we have Henry VIII, the most famous king of the Tudor time. He reigned in between 1509 and 1547. Then we have Edward VI. Which was Henry VIII's son. He reigned between 1547 and 1553. Ooh. Then we have Mary I, also known as Bloody Mary, because she had a bit of a bloody reign. She reigned from 1553 to 1558, so a lot of blood was spilled in between that very short time. Then we have Elizabeth I, who reigned in between 1558 and 1603, and then we were then introduced to the Stuarts era, which I will talk a bit more about in the next video because I would like to upload these in the right time period order. So let's talk about what makes a traditional Tudor English Tudor home. Tudor. So houses were made from a wooden frame. And wooden timbers were often coated with a black tar to protect them from rotting. So I will paint this house eventually in the white and wooden timber frame look wallpaper that the Sims 4 has. Wattle were the intertwined sticks placed in between the posts. This is what made up the walls, by the way. A mixture of clay, sand and dung, ooh, lovely dung, is smeared into and over the wattle to make the walls. That makes me more appreciative of the plaster and wholesale mixture that the Victorian used to make my walls. Daub, I believe that's how it's pronounced, daub, because it's spelled D-A-U-B, but I think you pronounce it as D-A-W-B. So daub, which was the mixture of clay, sand and dung. Daub was often painted with a lime wash to make it look white. So yeah, I'm still not doing that. I'm still like doing the trim. So let's go to point number 6. Many Tudor houses had a thatched roof. I've gone for the more tiled look, so the people living here are quite wealthy, they're quite rich. And jetties. Jetties are the sticky out bits, the overhanging bits of this house. Most people are not too sure why the Tudors had jetties or overhanging bits. All they know, it did enlarge the space. So The space on the very last floor, the ground floor, is quite small, but the upstairs space is 2 tiles bigger than the downstairs, so it's quite large. And I looked and went, damn, this is big. Okay, I have to put walls and furniture in here. The furniture, Tudor furniture, was quite chunky lonky. It's quite hefty. It was normally made out of oak. When the Tudor people moved houses, sometimes they would take their windows with them because glass was expensive in those days. Traditionally, I did read traditionally they use sort of like diamond windows. We don't really have many diamond kind of glass paned windows in The Sims 4, so I just went for the base game windows and some Stranger Field windows. I think it still looks kind of Tudorish, but mainly I think most thing that most people recognise for a Tudor house is the whitewash walls with the black timber frame popping through. So I got that done. Most Tudor houses do not have a toilet, but I would quite like to have my Sims in this house to have a toilet, so I put them in. So don't worry about that. Oh yeah. Carpets were expensive. I did put up some what's it called? The vampire pack. I know quite a lot of the vampire pack is quite a Victorian style, but there are some like what's it called? But in the decoration and in the art section, the sort of like art wall section, there is a tapestry. There is a tapestry. Oh yes. Oh, I'm getting so excited, and I don't know why because it's so basic. But I do in some time probably. I put them in when I'm doing the kitchen, but I am so happy about this. I put in beams. So if you download this house, and I highly recommend you do, because in the end I do put lots of like vines and flowers all over the house, and it's so pretty. I want to say freaking so pretty. And I don't think I probably captured that in the screenshot, so I would highly recommend you download it from the gallery if you do own The Sims 4, because it's so pretty. And then when you go inside, if you're in live mode, go inside, press the tab button, and lift your camera up to look at the ceiling, because I put beams in. Yes, I put beams in. Now, if you want to put beams in, it's quite simple. All you have to do is draw walls over one single tile and draw sort of lines across your build, and then put in spandrels, because in live mode, in the tab mode, if you look up, it kind of looks like beams. It looks like beams. So I'm very happy about that. I do have to say, if you are going to be put beams in, because you're putting in walls and then the spandrels, the game will now think that they're separate rooms. So if you would like to enlarge or change the space that you got where your beams are in, or the room you're in, you have to do it section by section now, instead of just like one whoosh. Okay, so if you're doing that, just be careful, okay? Because I've done that, going, oh, look at me beams, and then I wanted to change everything, and I had to do it one by one tiles. So like I said, Tudor furniture is quite chunky lonky. Beams, let me put me beams in. It's quite chunky lonky. Victorian furniture is quite dainty, it's quite slender. So in furniture terms, it goes from I went to chunky dunk, now I skinny dip. So there is a sort of like Tudor style panel in The Sims 4. So see that little sort of like green filter button there? You can filter it. There are like packs. You can filter by packs, filter by colours, and you can filter by styles. Now in The Sims 4, there is a Sims 4 Tudor style. But if you don't have get together, you're going to have a very small amount of Tudor items, because if you do filter through the Tudor style, there is only really a small amount, and most of them are the get together lot, which is weird, because I was finding as I was decorating the Tudor house is that there are loads, there is abundance of Victorian kind of interior decoration stuff, and I was like, oh, this will be handy for when I do my Victorian home, but I'm doing the Tudor home at the moment, and so I find it a little bit difficult trying to find chunky kind of Tudor-esque furniture. The kitchen was a little bit hard because there isn't really a Tudor kitchen style that we have, so yes, it does kind of look more Victorian. Like I said, I did find it very hard to find Tudor items that weren't Victorian, because there should be a Victorian sort of like style filter, because there will be loads, hundreds of items in there, because that, like I said, there's so many items that could belong to the Victorian style in this game. So if you own like things like Strangerville or the Vampire Pack, that I think that would be great if that was included into the Victorian style that we don't have. So yeah, I was finding it difficult to find some traditional-esque looking kind of furniture. Now, also, if you think of traditional Tudor English builds, you will think of the interior to have lots of brown wooded tones and colours and have like wood panelling. So I put a lot of wood panelling in here, lots of wood. You probably wouldn't have a fire in here because it would just go woof off in the air. It'll probably just set just like that, all this kindling all about. But yeah, I put lots of wood in here because it's a woody house. Because that was the Tudor look. I didn't want to go too woody. Buzz. Eel. No, that's Winnie the Pooh. So there is a lot of wood in here, so apologies if that's not your thing. I did think about like doing a traditional Tudor exterior, but I was like, and then do like a modern interior, but I thought, no, I can do that anytime, can't I? Since I'm doing like a series of like houses through the ages, why is my desk wobbling? Since I'm doing like since I'm doing houses through the decades, not through the decades, through time, houses through the era. Well, I'm doing this series of houses through the era. I thought, why not? Let's just go all out. So we have a traditional kind of exterior and a kind of traditional interior, because like I said, I can do a traditional exterior and then like whatever I want to do for the interior anytime I want to. Anytime I want to. So I thought, yeah, why not? It's not like every day I can't speak. It's not like every day I thought like it's not like every day that I go like, oh, let's do a traditional Tudor interior. So I thought, yeah, why not? You know, why blimey not? So I had a bit of a problem actually with the bedrooms. The double bedrooms were fine. It's actually the kids' bedrooms, because the kids' furniture in The Sims 4 is quite bright, quite modern. I think you could kind of get away with it if you're doing like a Victorian styled build, which I will be doing, but we have many years to get from that. But so yeah, so I didn't do the kids' bedroom in a traditional Tudor style, because like I said, many of the items in The Sims 4 for kids have quite bright, modern-esque looking sort of style to them. So I did try with this bedroom. This bedroom actually is one of the more kind of older looking bedrooms in like style wise. Did have to cut a lot of it out because I was spending so long and I don't know what I'm doing. So I did try to keep it into a Tudor style. The next bedroom that I will be doing, it leans slightly further away from the Tudor style, and then the third bedroom, I just go, oh, for God's sake, it's a kid's bedroom, let's have a bit of break, let's have a Kit Kat and just take a break from all the wood and all the brown. And the third bedroom is just like your typical American kind of style, because you can see me here going, I don't know what I'm doing in this kid's bedroom, I don't know what to put in it. I tried putting a desk in, but I didn't want it to be a chunky desk because we don't have room for a chunky desk. So I was still trying to do it in a traditional Tudor style, but it wasn't working out. Is this the desk I put in? I don't know. So like I said, this bedroom is more leaning towards the traditional Tudor style thing we have going on. I'm building a traditional Tudor English house. So moving on to the next bedroom, like I said, I kind of like leaned a little bit more further away from the Tudor style. Went, okay, let's just go for it. I did leave this jetty out portion, and I kept so this top floor is the only floor with the exterior paint popping through, because that would have been probably a thing in the Tudor times. Because like I said, they were built from a wooden frame, and some of the wood you would see from the exterior and the interior. Thank you. My phone was vibrated. That's why I said thank you. So for the top section, you only see the exterior paint is on the inside. I really wanted to use these rugs. I did get to use them in the third bedroom. I just went, yeah, just let it go, yeah, because dragons Tudorish, you alright? No, because if you were building a fairy tale kind of like Wonderland, Mystic Wonderland, you would probably see more like Tudor-esque buildings in there, or like medieval buildings in there, with like what? Okay, so sorry. I was alarmed. I thought he went home. Right, reason why I was alarmed, because I just heard a meow. I thought he went home. What was I saying? Oh yeah, if you're building like a fantasy home, you will probably see like more Tudor-esque or medieval type looking homes and so forth. And if you call like fantasy, shh, kitty cat. What? Hang on. What's this problem? Right, just settled neighbour's cat down. Right, I will get me sentence out. So, what I was trying to say before me neighbour's cat meowing through the door / wall because he's in the bathroom, which is right next to my bedroom. So what I was trying to say was that fancy worlds typically normally have to do Tudor type looking buildings. Fantasy worlds also have dragons, so I popped a dragon into the very first bedroom. So out of breath. Okay, so moving on to the third bedroom, where I was like, yeah, let's just go for it. I put in a fireplace in every single room, every single bedroom, because that would be the main heating element for the Tudor houses. So I put them in every single bedroom because they would have them in every single bedroom to keep them warm at night when it's chilly outside in the winter time. So that's the only kind of Tudor looking element that's left in this house, apart from of course the windows and the flooring. And I went for this wallpaper because I've seen lots of people use this wallpaper and it looks really nice in their builds, and so I thought, I knew, let's do it for my build. I used the duvet cover for the bed, which looks like it has sort of like trees on the bed. Oh no, I changed it. Okay. The original inspiration for his bedroom was the previous duvet cover because they looked like had trees on it. So I remembered we do have sort of like tree decor, sticker, wall art that we could use. I changed the bed because it kind of like clouds, so we've got like the blue wallpaper that looks like mountains, and then we have like the trees, and then we have the clouds. I don't know, that doesn't make sense. And the curtains, I do put curtains in this build. I know I don't show you it, I do apologise, because when editing this, when I sped it all up, it was about 33 minutes long, and I was like, wow, okay. And so when I finally finished editing the first time round, it was about 28 minutes long. I was like, okay. So I had unfortunately had to cut out the detailing part because I did record that part. Normally I don't. Normally I would sort of like stop recording, but I did had to edit that part out. So I'm really sorry that I had to do that. It was just because it was a really long video. I could leave these parts in when I do record these parts, but I don't think. Because I don't want to make a really long video. I would like to keep my videos quite short, but if you would like to watch that kind of thing, me like decorating, putting like curtains in, clutter items in, then I could make my videos longer, but I won't do that if people don't tell me. So if you're not gonna tell me, I'm just gonna delete it out. During the very last final bedroom, it took me so long to get to this point. It's like, oh my god, can I do the outside now? No, gotta do the final bedroom. I kind of just sort of like lost it at this point because I've been doing the kids' bedrooms, and I was like the third one you just will be doing here, right? Let's just go for it. Let's just let go of the Tudor style. I had to remind myself this is meant to be a typical traditional Tudor English house. So many T's in the cup of tea. So I was kind of losing it at this point. Did the garden, so for my previous build, because this, have I mentioned this? I don't know, but this was the second time actually I made this house, because the first house that I made, I actually got to the part where all I really needed doing to it was the garden, and then I could edit the video. I was very close of editing the video, and I was looking at it going, I could do better. It doesn't look traditional Tudor English house. It's not what I have in mind, and so I deleted it. I haven't even deleted it. It's just it's in this world actually. It's in the leafy cottage part of this world in Windenburg, which by the way is absolutely stunning and pretty. I only really noticed that when I was taking screenshots for this place, but this video is coming to an end. This, like I said, this is the second time I had built this, and I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. Oh, I've been watching other people's videos, and they tend to say like and subscribe at the beginning of the video, because not everybody is going to make it to the end, especially if it's 24 minutes long, nearly 25. So I need to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you guys here because I fade out very soon. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed watching. And I put a greenhouse in because herbs were a big thing in the Tudor time. What the hell was that? Here is the front of the house. It's very pretty witty. But I'm gonna leave you guys. Look how pretty that is. I put a lot of potted areas so you can grow your plants, because that was a big thing in the Tudor time. And so was herb gathering, because that's how they got their stuff. Beams. So I'm gonna leave you guys here. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye.